you've got snails. How do you get rid of them? What you need is a duck. But if you can't get a duck, what you need is a snail trap. Okay, how do you make a snail trap? Really easy. You need two things for a snail trap. First, you need some kind of container. The perfect thing is you get an old water bottle, cut the top off, and you're going to use that to make your snail trap. You can also use the top to put on little seedlings. You put that over the top of your seedling and that'll protect it from other bugs, protect it from heavy rain. So it's very useful. You can use something like an old plastic jar. This is from some peaches. You could use that. You could use, here's an old coffee cup where the handle's broken off. I can't use that for coffee anymore, or even tea. I could use that for a snail trap. Maybe something like an old plastic cup, something that you don't really need anymore. Any of these will work as a snail trap. The second ingredient that you need, and the most important ingredient, beer. Snails love beer. What you're going to do is you're going to take some beer. It doesn't have to be this kind of beer. It doesn't have to be good beer. It can be really, really cheap beer. You're going to put in just a bit down at the bottom. There's a bit of foam on there, but what we want is about that much beer down at the bottom. Right? Then you're going to take this and you're going to bury it in your garden up to about here. Right? You want to leave about an inch or half an inch sticking above the ground. What's going to happen is the snails are going to smell the beer. They're going to come and they're going to climb in. They're going to come down and drink the beer, drink the beer, drink the beer, and when they try to get out, they're too drunk and they fall in and they drown. That's all there is to it. Let me show you what I mean in the garden. So here in the garden, I have some leeks that I planted. I went to the supermarket, I bought some leeks to make quiche with, and I cut off the bottom of the leeks, and I took the bottoms and stuck them in the ground, and as you can see, they grow more leeks. But as you can see over here, one of my two leeks in this particular little mound has been eaten by something. I suspect snails, although it could be something else. So I've put my snail trap right here. What I use for this one is an old plastic cup that I've had for a long time and have used it for a snail trap for many years. I'm going to stick that in there. I'm going to take our secret ingredient, pour some of that down the bottom. That foam will dissipate and it will go down. Remember, I only put about an inch and a half, maybe 2 inches of beer in the bottom. Not a lot. That foam will go down. So we'll come back and check on this later, maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow morning, and see if we've caught any snails. I just came out to check our snail trap, and look what we have here. As I told you, they like it. I still got another guy over here kind of going for my plant, but hopefully he'll smell the snail trap and go over there. We'll check again in the morning and see how many we get. Okay, so here's the snail trap. Next morning, let's see how many snails we got. Okay, let me get a little stick or something. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 snails and a millipede. Not a bad haul. So you see the snail trap works. Good luck. Like I said, you can use any kind of beer that you want. It doesn't have to be good beer, it can be cheap beer, but I only plan to use a little bit of beer for the trap and I plan to drink the rest. So I'm going to have this. I probably shouldn't have done this video in the morning, but the light is better. Sure, why not? Happy trapping.